Okay, so last weekend I went out on a trip in the Beetle. But to get on that trip in the Beetle, what I had to do was I had to make it work. To get it to work, I had to make the car stop cutting out. So how did I get on? Okay, so I turn the key, a little bit of gas, and cuts out, so got to do something about that. Right, so I think the idle is a bit knackered. Okay, I've put a light on which will make things shake here. So I think if we tighten that up, it'll give us more of an idle. Hopefully, if I tighten it up a bit too much, it'll run fast and then we can get it down to perfect. Okay, here goes. Actually, maybe it just needs a little bit more and then it'll be quite nice. Obviously, the commentators lost a lot of the footage that I took, or at least it didn't record, which was the recurrent theme the following day. Now, watch when we come up to these lights. We're still running. We've got another set of traffic lights coming up that we'll have to stop at. The car's running well, even if it's idling a bit high, so there is perhaps a little bit of adjustment to do. Now listen. Yeah, we're still running, we're doing quite well. Now, it's the next one that we've got to keep an eye on. Now, as you can hear, the idle is still a bit high. Come on, traffic lights, way! But yeah, the car's running well. And up to this point, even on the test drive up to the supermarket, this is the test drive back. Still absolutely no issues, apart from perhaps idling a bit high, which is tweaked, but it hasn't cut out. So yeah, it's a lot darker than when I set off. Trying to think of other rubbish I can say in this big long gap. Just enjoy the sights of the northern town. There's a roundabout coming up. We're going to have success at this one. Fingers crossed. This and that. Bollocks. Right, looks like we'll go forward tomorrow. night's unsuccess, we're going to reduce this idle adjustment, which holds the throttle on at a certain level, just so that it idles a bit lower. And then the other screw, which I'm currently trying to find, will in fact adjust the mixture when it's idling. So that's that one. So we need to get a bit more fuel into the mixture. So we're out on the way to this meet. So I've adjusted the idle valve on the carb and the screw on the accelerator linkage, so hopefully that should make it idle a bit smoother and not conk out at junctions again. But this is realistically the test run, but it's a lot better than it was last weekend after doing the test yesterday, so time will tell. Right, we're coming up to a giveaway, so let's see if it cuts out. Right, that would be an engine still running. Bad news, in the last junction it just cocked out, so we're not over the issue yet. But it also occurs to us that, considering this is the first video on my channel about the Beetle, you might want a little bit of an introduction. I got it in October 2012, it was a wreck. I spent a year welding it up, got it through its MOT in May 2013. Or was it June? No, it was June 2013. It was in multiple colours, so I painted it with Rust-Oleum. The Rust-Oleum lasted until about 2018, where although it was still painted, it was looking solid and there was a few bits of welding needed doing, so I took it off the road again. And that was the summer where it was really long and really hot, so I had it up on a rotisserie and did it out all outside whilst enjoying the nice hot sunshine, which would be nice to have today. So anyway, got that done, got the underside welded up a little bit, got a new front end on, redid the rust proofing on the underside, welded it up, which I've already said, and then it needed a new coat of paint. It was autumn when it was pretty much the end of October, I think, when I did it. So I did a bit of a rush job putting the paint on, so it looks a bit crap. But it's a nice car, it drives nice, it runs well when it's not conking out at junctions, and I mean that is my fault for altering the mixture a little bit. It was fine until I altered the mixture earlier this year, and then it's just not being right. So I think that tells you don't fiddle with what isn't broken. But apart from that, it's good. It's been on quite a few road trips this year. It's been the classic of choice since the Morris Minor died, which is in another video I've already done. I took it down to Festival of the Unexceptional, which no one seemed to pay any attention to, but never mind. No, it's been a good car. Been a good car. It's just occurred to us that I've actually got next to no fuel in, so I'll probably best pull up at the next petrol station to I'll put 30 quid's worth in. I don't think I'm going to be using the car too much. Shall we see if it comes out these traffic lights? No, it didn't. I'm quite impressed at that. Nearly did, but it didn't. It's actually idling quite nicely now. It was feeling a bit odd before. Alright, we've come out this time. Yay! Yeah, so I do think we're very nearly there with this car. Ready for winter, when I won't be using it as much. Because it's bloody cold and it doesn't have any heating. This is joyous. Congestion is ridiculous. This is 12:30 on a Sunday afternoon. On a Sunday afternoon. It's basically gridlocked during the week. Right? Back to normal speeds. This car just run quite nicely at normal speeds. Although I'm turning off at the next exit, so normal speeds will be postponed shortly. Right, here's another time. We'll see if it comes out here. Looking at this roundabout. Right, where the fuck am I going? Over here, I believe. 189 north. Didn't conk out, but it was very, very, very close. It's apparently stopped raining as well. This car happily sits at 70. It's extremely loud, but it happily sits at 70 all day long. There's a lot of standing water light. And we're in stop-start traffic. I have been for about 5 miles. But the car has stopped and started without needing to be restarted, which is fantastic. I'll be off this road shortly. Yeah, so I got there, got back. Car's running a bit better. It doesn't cut out anywhere near as much. Still does, so probably a bit more work to do. But I'm not 100% on getting that done because it's too cold to use the car. When I got there, I was cold. I stood outside. I lasted half an hour and I had to go into the chip shop to warm up. Then I drove home and had to get into the microwave to defrost. So yeah, I'm not using the car much over the winter because it's not got any heating. If there's a nice mild spell, I might get it out for a bit, but I've got the Morris to sort, I've got the other Beetle to sort, and then we can have some more adventures.